Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Renegades Tour Finals. We're going to kick things off with Gene Patterson in the Bigfoot monster truck pulling to the line. Going to take on Scott Hartsock in the Gunslinger monster truck. Battle of two big Fords. Both trucks taking off. About even. They come down the first straightaway into the turn. Gunslinger up and over, slightly ahead of the Bigfoot truck. Still slightly ahead of Bigfoot. Gunslinger seems to be pulling away from the Bigfoot truck at this point in time. Bigfoot regaining the lead. A little bit. Bigfoot washes out a little bit. It's going to give the lead back to the Gunslinger. Little bobble from the Bigfoot truck. That may be all she wrote there. Gunslinger coming to the final turn. It is going to be the Gunslinger beating out Bigfoot. What an upset that was. Next two trucks pulling to the line. We got Mike Vaughters in the Black Stallion. Going to take on Andy Brass in Wildfoot. Both trucks leaving the line. The Wildfoot going to out horsepower Black Stallion on the straightaway. Up and over, Wildfoot gaining ground over Black Stallion. Has a little bobble, but gathers it up. Black Stallion crawling over the cross section there. At this point in time, unless Wildfoot has a serious issue, it is going to be the Wildfoot getting the win over Black Stallion. Up to go over the cross section there. Black Stallion catching some air. Trying to make up ground. I think it's a little too late there for the Black Stallion. Wildfoot on the final straightaway is going to be the Wildfoot. Andy Brass getting the win. Moving on to the next round. Black Stallion truck comes across the finish line. He gave it all he had. Jeff Cook in the War Wagon. Pulling to the line. He's going to take on Lyle Hancock in the Gravedigger. Those trucks leaving the line. Gravedigger going to out horsepower War Wagon. A lot of power in that Gravedigger truck. Gravedigger still has the lead over the War Wagon. War Wagon going to crawl over the cross section. Gravedigger flying through the air. Gravedigger's on the straightaway. Coming across the cars. Way ahead of the War Wagon. Gravedigger coming to the jump air. War Wagon catches some air. Rear end rebounds. Got into a little bit of trouble there. Was able to gather it up. Gravedigger on the final turn. Washes out a little bit. Goes over the turning car. War Wagon catching some air. Rear end rebounds again. War Wagon is crashing hard. It's going to be all Gravedigger getting the win. The War Wagon crashes hard on the final turn. Gary Porter in the Carolina Crusher. Going to take on Fred Schaefer in the Barefoot. Fred Schaefer having a little bit of problem getting that power down. Another truck that makes a lot of horsepower is the Barefoot. Big Hemi in that truck. About even right now as they come into the straightaways. Carolina Crusher might have a slight advantage over the Barefoot. Carolina Crusher washes out a little bit. It's going to give the lead to the Barefoot truck. On to the final turn for Barefoot. Carolina Crusher not far behind. It is going to be all Fred Schaefer in the Barefoot getting the win. We get to the semifinals here. I want to report that Jeff Cook is okay after his crash. Going to start things off with Andy Brass in the Wildfoot pulling to the line. He's going to take on Scott Hartsock in the Gunslinger. Again, two big Fords battling it out. About even right now. Coming to the first turn. Gunslinger slightly ahead. Of the Wildfoot. Wildfoot in trouble. Bad landing for the Wildfoot. He gathers it back up pretty quick. Running that truck around. Gunslinger is pulling away. Andy Brass doing everything he can to try to gain the ground. He lost in that bad landing. Gunslinger on the final turn. He has a bad landing as well off that jump. Gunslinger on the straightaway. It is going to be the Gunslinger knocking out Wildfoot. Gunslinger taking out both Bigfoot and Wildfoot here. Lyle Hancock in the Gravedigger pulling to the line. Going to take on Fred Schaefer in Barefoot. Ground shakes when these two trucks leave the line. Big power plants, big horsepower in these two machines. Barefoot has the lead right now over Gravedigger. Barefoot's still in the lead as he comes into the straightaway. Gravedigger not far behind though. Gravedigger washes out a little bit. Barefoot still in the lead. Gravedigger up over the cars, in trouble. Up on two wheels, crashing. Gravedigger has crashed. The Gravedigger truck has rolled over. That's going to give the win to the Barefoot truck. Barefoot comes flying through the air. Ready for our finals here. We got Fred Schaefer in the Barefoot taking on Scott Hartsock in the Gunslinger. Both trucks leaving the line. I think Barefoot might out horsepower the Gunslinger a little bit. At this point in time, the trucks are about even. Gunslinger in a little bit of trouble there. Got crossed up coming over the jump. It's going to give the lead to the Barefoot. Barefoot had a little issue. Gives the lead back to the Gunslinger. Coming in the straightaway. These guys are pushing these trucks as they are even right now. Who is going to get the win here? Fred Schaefer pushing the Barefoot. Scott Hartsock pushing the Gunslinger. Into the final turn. Who's it going to be as the trucks are still about even? Both have a bobble coming to the line. It is going to be Scott Hartsock and the Gunslinger getting the win.